So hello there and welcome to another tutorial. My name is tanmay, and this time we're going to be going over an entirely new subject, IBM Watson. Now, you might not know what this is, as I didn't just a year ago, but this is a very interesting topic for you if you're into machine learning. Before I even get into Watson, what's IBM? I know nowadays, because of Apple and Microsoft, we don't really focus on IBM anymore, even though before it used to be like the most gigantic tech company you could possibly wish for. But IBM, just in general, creates computer hardware, software, they host servers, they do a lot of stuff like that, mostly related to technology and cognitive computing. That are really interesting, and if you didn't already know, fun fact, IBM's full form is actually International Business International Business Machines. Sorry, not computers, machines. And so, basically, and also another thing before I get into more advanced stuff. IBM was founded in 1911, making it 105 years old. But anyway, leaving all of that, let's get to the point of this video, Watson. Now, Watson is a cognitive learning supercomputer. It makes tons of machine learning algorithms, tons of natural language processing algorithms, SOLR from Apache, tons of things, and it was able to actually compete in Jeopardy! Now, if you don't know what Jeopardy! Is, it's a game show where contestants are given answers and they have to reply with questions. But before we even get into all of that, how did IBM come up with the name Watson? Well, simply put, it was named after the founder, Thomas J. Watson of IBM. Another thing, Watson was actually started development in 2006, but was released in around 2013 and 2014. But nowadays, Watson actually has public APIs for everybody to use, and so that's what we're going to be doing today in this video. So before I get to the APIs, let me just clear up in case you're really interested by all this Jeopardy! Stuff. So Watson, first of all, auditioned, as all humans do as well, for Jeopardy! And he had to do this 2 times because the first time he wasn't so good. But a month after that, after tons of tweaking on IBM's side, Watson was ready, and so he went on to Jeopardy! And that was decided by Jeopardy! Executives themselves. There he played against Ken Jennings and Brad Rutter, the game show's then best competitors or players, and he won $1 million in that round, which all went to charity. Okay, so now that we have all of that out of the way, Watson has tons of public APIs like dialogue, natural language classifier, retrieve and rank, etc., available nowadays for the public. Now, I'm going to be teaching you, in the Mac part, how you can use the Retrieve and Rank API, which will use machine learning and a ton of other stuff to just retrieve information from a data set and rank that information that it gives to you. Now, if you don't really get what I'm saying, take this for example. Let's say you took an entire math textbook and you shoved it into the Retrieve and Rank service. Let's say you asked it, what is area? It would go into the textbook, find the definition of area, and give it to you. That's why it's called Retrieve and Rank. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to use that API. However, it's a bit too complicated to do math textbook stuff right now. So what I'm going to be doing to get it started is I'm going to be taking the Gmail FAQ and I'm going to be putting it into Watson, giving it some training data, and then so basically, let's say you forgot your password. Instead of, let's say you're new to Gmail, instead of going to the Gmail help page, finding, forgot my password, seeing how to reset your password, you just say to Watson, I forgot my password. And it'll give you all the instructions you need in order to reset your password. It's going to be that simple, and let's get straight to the Mac part so I can tell you how to do it. So welcome back to the Mac part, and now I'm going to be telling you how you can use the Retrieve and Rank service with IBM Watson APIs. Okay, so to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to head over to Bluemix, And I just want you to go over to your dashboard over here. So once you're in your dashboard, which I'm already in, actually, wait, not to your dashboard. You just need to make sure that you have an empty space available for a new service. Then go to Catalog. You don't even need Cloud Foundry installed or anything, really. Is my Wi-Fi working? Yep. Okay. So now that we're in the catalog, we can just scroll right down to Watson services. Now again, I'm telling you how to use the retrieve and rank APIs, so I'm just going to click on retrieve and rank. Now, as you can see, it's just going to ask you what space you want to put this in, what app you want to put this in, the service name, and the credentials name. So I'm just going to create the service name as Google FAQ QA. Okay, that seems nice. So we're going to just get the standard plan because that's the only plan. Then click on the create button. Okay, this is nice. Going good. And as you can see, it brings us straight to our little page over here for retrieve and rank. And now what I'm going to do is, first of all, as long as you're using Google Chrome or Safari or Opera or Firefox, I think it works on all four, click the command button on your keyboard, or on Windows, I think it's control. Click command and click on documentation. Okay, perfect. Then don't click command anymore and click on service credentials. Now go back to your desktop, and I just prefer the Sublime Text 2 text editor, so I'm going to open that right up and make it full screen. Then I'm going to come back here, and you know that command click that we did on the documentation? That opened up a new tab, so let's go into that new tab and let's click on Getting Started. Now this is an entire tutorial of how to use the retrieve and rank service. This looks really complicated and really scary, but don't worry, it won't be. So you just want to follow stage 1 as it, or not stage 1, before you begin, just as it tells you. So to complete this tutorial, you need the following pieces. A Bluemix account, of course, which you probably already have. You need CURL, or as I just like to call it, curl. And then if you want to check if curl is installed, you can just run these commands. And then you need Python. I prefer Python 2.7 for this, but you can also use 3 without a problem. Okay, so now let's get to the main part. So we're just going to make sure our text editor is ready. We're going to go into Bluemix. See these credentials that we have over here? We're going to copy this username, including the quotes. Make sure you get the quotes. Usually people skip the quotes. Then we're going to type a colon. Then we're going to copy the password and then paste that right in as well. Okay, now we have our credentials. So we're going to go back into the retrieve and rank service. So we have done stage 1 already. Now we need to do stage 2, which is creating a SOLR cluster, or as I just like to call it, Apache Solar. So now what I'm going to do is see this little command over here that says curl -x post -u username password and then a long link. Yeah, just copy that, or not, go back. Okay, so then go to Sublime Text. In a new line, I'm just going to paste this in. Now I'm going to copy these credentials over here and paste it in where it says username password. Perfect. Now in theory, what we should be able to do is just copy this command, open up a new terminal window, again expand this, paste it in, and click on the enter button. And as you can see, it says a solar cluster status not available. We'll talk about this later, but what you want to do is you see SOLR cluster ID. Well, copy this, and let's go back into Sublime Text, and let's just say credentials cluster ID, and let's just do this. Perfect. And so now we're going to get a few more IDs that we're going to have to paste in here, but this is just to make sure it's nice and clean so we can continue to use our commands. Now, I do not want you to repeat this command. I mean, it's okay if you do, but it's not really going to be of any use to you. You won't be able to see your status or anything like that. Actually, your status, you can check that using this command, which is in stage 3, step 1. So copy the command at stage 3, step 1, copy it, and bring it into Sublime Text. Now paste it in, and again, copy your credentials, and paste it in for username and password in this command. Then copy your SOLR cluster ID, and replace it for SOLR cluster ID in the URL. Now, copy this command, go back over to your terminal, paste it in, and as you can see, my SOLR cluster status is ready. Now that it's ready, I'm actually ready to start doing work with it. So I'm just going to click the enter button because as you can see, it's on one line over here. Now comes a little bit of a harder part. What you're going to do is you're going to download this exact file, this .zip file. Don't do any modification to it, nothing. Just don't yet because this is a very basic tutorial on how to use retrieve and rank, so we're going to use this specific configuration. So download it. I already have into my SOLR config directory, or never mind, maybe I didn't. So I'm just going to quickly get that back. Where are you? Perfect. Or you know what, let me just download this new. So basically you're going to click on this file, it'll download, then you're going to take this file and drag it right into a directory that you want it to be in. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this to SOLR config.zip. That's it. That's all you need to do at this point. Then you're going to come back to Bluemix, or this documentation. Then in stage 3, step 3, copy the first command. Okay, or I can't use my arrow keys for that. So copy it and bring it back into Sublime Text. Now again, copy your credentials and paste it in for username and password. Then wherever you see your Solar cluster ID, copy this, or the Solar cluster ID. Then what you want to do is you see where it says path to file cranfield solar config.zip. Delete all of that so there's only this @ symbol left. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our zip, hold it, move it to Sublime Text, and just drag it right. Never mind. We can't do that. So instead we're going to have to manually type out the actual address of this file. Now I know where this is. It's on my desktop. Let's just say R&R, retrieve and rank. So now all I need to do is say users, tanmay bakshi. Again, this is full path. You aren't allowed to use that little over here, this whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. That little squiggly line. But to signify your home directory, you have to actually type out the entire path. So users, tanmay bakshi, desktop, R&R, or retrieve and rank, 1 SOLR config /SOLR config.zip. Now again, this is the path to my solar config. I'm not sure where yours is. That's where you have to come in. You have to type that in. Okay, so now I'm going to copy this command from Sublime Text right into terminal. And now once we're done, it gives us absolutely no message, and that means it worked. Okay, so now that you have given it a configuration to use, now we're going to give it a collection. So again, copy the second command in step 3 of stage 3. Copy it, put it into Sublime Text, copy your credentials. This is a very repetitive process, I know, but you're about to get into some interesting stuff right now. Okay, then again, your SOLR cluster ID, let's just put in the real one here. Okay. Then we are going to just copy this command and paste it into our terminal. And as you can see, it gives us a success from here in XML. Perfect. Now that we know that worked, it's time to get to the really hard stuff. Not for me, well actually really for me, because what I had to do is I had to write all of this from pretty much scratch. So this is a list, this is a data set of 22 things that you can use this FAQ for. You can use it to help you do the following things: sign up, switch to Gmail, send and receive messages, tips and tricks, sign in or out, security and privacy, settings, multiple accounts, storage, delete or restore your account, message actions, view and organize, find messages, unwanted or suspicious messages, address your messages, compose your messages, view and navigate contacts, add and edit contacts, import, export, and sync contacts. You forgot your password, you forgot your username, or if you think you've been hacked. Those are the 22 use cases that you have when you use this app. So basically, this JSON file will be a little template for you. What you need to do is make sure, first of all, since you're using the Cranfield default config, you just need to always have this little line of code at the end here. Comment is equal to blank. So sorry, I don't know why. They just have to have you do this. So now, this JSON file, you're going to have an add parameter, which has a doc parameter, which has an ID. This is which number of answer or answer unit this is in the JSON. So the first one will be 1, the second one will be 2, the third one will be 3, the fourth one will be 4, the fifth one, etc., etc. Then you can make the author Google, because of course Google wrote these, not me. You don't need bibliography, sorry. Set the body to sign up, and set the title to nothing, I guess. Do the same thing for all your other answer units in this JSON file, and then you're pretty much done this JSON file. Okay, now that you're done creating your entire JSON file from scratch, you could use Cranfield default, but I'd prefer from scratch. So now you can close this down. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to take this command over here in step 4 of stage 3, copy it, paste it into our Sublime text. And so what I'm going to do is copy the credentials again, paste them in here. We're going to have our SOLR cluster ID again. Sorry. Then we're going to have our path to the JSON file. Now I also, again, know where mine is. So again, you just have to point to your own, not mine. So it's training Google fac.json. Perfect. So now I'm going to copy this command into terminal, paste it, and theoretically this should work. And it probably worked. So now what we have to do is come over here and do the training process. Now again, this is even worse. Not worse, it's just much more, well, tedious. You have to create a CSV file of, you guessed it, training data. Not just any training data, around, I'd say, 3 or 4 questions or examples for each answer unit you have in your JSON. But anyway, I have exactly 84. These are all handwritten from scratch. And so basically the format of this CSV is the example, in this case, how do I sign up? The ID of the answer unit, in this case 1, which helps you sign up. The relevancy from 1 to 3, and this is a 3. 2 also helps you, so I'm giving it a 1 in relevancy. Then we're doing this for all 84. Okay, just keep going, 84. And so, now we have the CSV file. Just give me a second. Yeah, so this works. Now, there's another thing. If you go to the documentation, they tell you to download a train.py Python script. Now, this didn't really work out for me too well, so I developed my own train.py Python script, which will be down in the description, open source. So what you're going to do is we're going to come over here, and as you can see, they're straight up telling us to use this train.py script. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and paste it into Sublime Text. Now I'm going to point towards the custom train.py that I created. So this is at users tanmay bakshi desktop /rar/3 sample QA /train.py. Okay, then I'm going to copy my credentials. However, there's a twist this time. You want to copy it in, but then remove the quotes from it. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to point to your CSV file, which is quite easy. So I'm just going to copy the training and just point it towards examples Google FAQ. .csv. Okay, then I'm going to copy the SOLR cluster ID, paste it in, and we can copy this entire command, paste it into terminal, and when we run this, it should give us a whole bunch of output. Theoretically, that is. If no, that's also a very good thing. Okay, so as you can see, it is doing that. A whole bunch of output. This means it's not working, yet it's working at the same time, so yeah. Now let's just see really quickly, does this work eventually? Should work, should. So this might take a second or two, but eventually this Python script will train the retrieve and rank service with the CSV file and JSON file that you've created. Just give it a minute. It's just going to repeatedly ask the retrieve and rank service this question until it gets it right. So again, we're just training this thing to be really accurate, or as accurate as possible. Just going to use the Watson APIs to their best. And generating training data complete. Now, as you can see, it says the training, the status is training, and it's in its training phase, so it's not yet ready to accept rank requests, but it can receive retrieve requests. So I'm going to go over to the documentation, come down, and it says retrieve some answers already. Like, you don't even need to wait for that to be done training yet. So I'm going to copy this URL that they give us. Now, there's a few things you need to do here. If you're following my guide of not putting in a title but a body, then what I would recommend you doing is take this title and replace it with body over here. Okay, then this question, let's replace it with something like I've been hacked. I have been hacked. Okay, now let's give it the SOLR cluster ID. Nope, sorry. Okay, then let's just copy our credentials from here that have no quotes. Let's paste them over here. And let's copy this entire URL. This time go to Google Chrome actually. Paste it in and just hope for the best. And it gives us 3 results. I think I've been hacked, I forgot my password, or I forgot my username. So as you can see, this is actually very accurate. I told it I've been hacked, and it says I think I've been hacked. Quite obvious it'll get it, because that's not really too hard. Even a Levenstein algorithm could pretty much figure that out. However, let's do something like, I don't exactly know if this will get it. It will get this, but let's just see. I think my security has been compromised. And as you can see, it got it right. It says, I think I've been hacked, even though we said it's so very complicated. So that's machine learning at work. Anyway, so now let's go back to our documentation. And now let's copy this command, quite small actually. Come over here, and actually over here where you have your credentials and cluster ID, yeah, over here you're just going to type in ranker ID, and you're going to put a few spaces, I guess. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to copy my ranker ID from over here and paste it in here. Then I'm going to copy it. Oh, I already had it copied. Put it into this little URL over here. Copy my credentials that have quotes. Plug them in there. Copy the entire thing. No, just this command. And then put it into terminal. And we see. Oh yes, as you can see, the ranker instance has already been done training. I actually had planned that I was just going to pause the video while it trains, but it has trained quite quickly this time. Okay, continuing. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to see over here, there's this little URL. So let's just copy. And now let's go to Sublime Text, paste. Now let's just copy the credentials that do not have quotes. Now let's just paste it in. Okay. Now let's copy in our solar cluster ID. Paste it in. Then we'll copy our ranker ID. Paste it in. And put our question as something like, I have no idea really. Let's just see, what do we have in our examples? Maybe we can build off of that. Let's just open it up with Excel this time. Okay, so I do not exactly know what we should do at this point. Okay, an idea. How can I move over to Gmail? Okay, let's copy this, and let's paste it in, and let's see if it gives us, let's see what it is. I'm just doing this so I know what it should give us. It should give us 2 switching over to Gmail. So, and yeah, so apparently it doesn't. Oh, okay, I see. You know, remember this title? You have to change that to body still. And as you can see, it gives us the correct ID and body, and that's going to be it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below. If you have any questions or suggestions or concerns, you can either email me at tanmay@gmail.com or leave a comment down below. I don't mind. I'll reply to you. You can even contact me at Twitter at Tajimani. There will be a link to my Twitter down in the description. There will be a link to the train.py in the description. There will be a link to Bluemix in the description. There will be a link to Jeopardy in the description. And yeah, you can also email me video questions. If you want me to feature them in one of my next videos. And I also wrote a blog about this if you wanted to know more about that. And there will be a link to that in the description as well. So I hope you enjoyed, and that's going to be it. Goodbye. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Sorry about that. Goodbye.